From the city of brotherly love and Citizens Bank Park, the show brings you a matchup of division rivals. It's the New York Mets taking on the Philadelphia Phillies. With my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Today, all eyes are on the mound as we've got a pitcher who's been absolutely on fire lately. In fact, in his recent outings, he's been nearly untouchable, Singy.
Oh, you're not kidding, Boog. Opponents have looked lost against this guy, and the way he's pitching, it doesn't look like he's slowing down anytime soon.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. And on the hill here today, Jesus Luzardo. Chris, he's got the ability to take control of a game when he's out there.
Well, incredible mound presence, and he's going to attack hitters. Look at that strikeout per 9 ratio over 10 coming into this start. So he's a pitcher that wants the ball. He's aggressive. He knows that he can get the swing and miss, especially when he needs it most. We'll see how effective he is in this one.
Jorge Polanco, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. On the ground to the left, Turner throws to first. One out in the top of the first. Here's a Mets lineup now. Batting second, a really important guy for them, Juan Soto. Singy, he's been one of the best players in baseball in terms of scoring runs. In fact, his numbers place him top 5 in the league. Swings and misses, and it's 1-1.
He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
And that one is popped in the air, shallow center. Turner settles under it. 2 down.
Batting third, shortstop Francisco Lindor.
Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. Lindor launched a homer in his most recent game. Just missed.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike, but so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
2 down, nobody on. Smoked on the ground to second. Stott over to first in time. Lindor retired. 3rd out. Phillies coming up to hit, no score. This is Phillies baseball on the show Northeast. Back here in Philadelphia and taking the ball for the Mets, David Peterson. What should we keep an eye on here? Trey Turner stands in for the Phillies. Got it started a little too early. Strike 1. Hard hit right side. Tosses to first. 1 gone, bottom half of the first. And time now for the Phillies lineup. Someone who makes things happen for them, in part with his legs, Johan Rojas. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. So a man aboard now with 1 away. Here comes Bryce Harper, 4th on the National League home run leaderboard. Swing and a foul out of play. Little trouble with this one behind the plate. Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's out number 2.
No, that slider down and away. It's just kind of a slow death. With 2 strikes, you're looking to protect, and halfway to the plate, you know you've committed, and you know you're going to have no chance of touching it. Tell you what, sometimes you just have to tip your cap.
And that's down, a base hit. And now 2 aboard.
Batting fifth, second baseman, Bryson.
This is Bryson's stop. That misses the zone. Ball 1. On the ground, right side to second. There's Lindor, and that will end the inning. We move on to inning number 2 here in Philadelphia. No score.
Where's your vision? It's not how you started, but how you gonna end it. Hey, how you gonna finish? Gotta get to the finish.
Back here in Philadelphia, top of the second, Mark Vientos up now for the Mets.
No, outside.
Time to look at our umpiring crew in this one. Kenny Jansen behind the plate.
Yeah, and expect a little inconsistency on the corners. He doesn't make any wild calls, but he does give and take there a little bit. So he doesn't have the easiest strike zone to figure out, especially as the game goes on, when you're expecting it to become more consistent.
Chase the fastball up the ladder for strike 3.
Marcus Semien.
And first offering is fouled off. Foul ball. Swing and a ground ball, and it goes just foul. That one's upstairs, ball 1. Second inning here, no score. On the ground, Harper. He'll do it himself. 2 up, 2 down in the top of the second. 2 outs, base is empty. And here's the catcher, Francisco Alvarez. Just missed. There's a swing and a drive. And it's off the out-of-town scoreboard. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
That's a strike. Ball 1.
That one's in there. 1 and 2. Just
Ball
off the inside edge.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
On the ground, right side. That is the inning. Back here, Citizens Bank Park. So digging in now for Philadelphia, Edmundo Sosa. This one in the air. Lindor should have this one. 1 away. Marsh was recently in the All-Star game for the first time. A nice career achievement. And he can't come up with it. Flips it, and they get the out. Good recovery. Wasn't easy following the misplay. So digging in, Johan Rojas. Swing and a high fly ball. That one out towards left center field. Way back there. It's out of here. He'll take a jog around the bases. It's his 6th home run of the season, and they jump ahead in the second. It's 1-0.
First pitch hacking, and it paid off for him in a big way. Anytime you have a pitch down the middle of the plate, the percentages go up for the hitter to do damage, even if it's a pretty good sinker like that one. Nice piece of hitting there at the plate.
Outside.
Two down, nobody on. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Brings it in. That is the inning. The Phillies get one by way of the long ball. Welcome back. Last series, the pitching was not good as we take a check of the numbers. Luis Robert Jr., the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one.
High.
Swings through that one for strike two. Just off the inside edge. And it remains 2-2.
The healthy cut, tough pitch at 98, but a really good pass at the ball.
Into center and a base hit. And a man aboard.
Batting ninth, right fielder Tyrone Taylor.
Swings through that one for strike one. Next offering in there for a strike. 0-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. Robert aboard here at first with nobody out. Called out on strikes. Now he's challenging the called strike.
A big strikeout right there, and maybe a little controversial with the call.
Got him looking for the strikeout.
Well, he throws him with a great fastball right on the corner. It's kind of like bowling, and you think the ball's going to get into the gutter, and somehow it just hangs onto that edge and knocks down a pin. Well, he got the outside corner of the plate and got that called third strike.
Robert on the go. Throw, save. That's a stolen base.
Really nice swipe of second right there. He knew he had to get a really good jump on the pitcher because that catcher can make up some time, man. Such a good catch and throw guy behind the dish. Nice job right there, but he just beat it.
Man at second. Out towards right center field. Marsh on his way over. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. 2 away.
Up next for the Mets.
Here's Juan Soto. He's 0 for 1. Now there's a bullet down the line. And it stays fair. Robert on his way around third. He'll score and then tie it. The relay not going to get him. He's in there. And that knock bumps his hitting streak into double digits, Chris. He's hitting 10 straight.
Yeah, and on a nice trajectory, average going up, OBP, everything he's doing at the plate right now just seems to be working.
Swing and he popped it up. And that is that. Phillies with a run-scoring double. All even now at 1-1. This is NL East baseball here. As we go to the last of the third. And here's the Phillies leadoff man, Trey Turner. That's a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning. And that extends his hitting streak yet again. This is starting to get pretty interesting, Singy.
Yeah, and the way he's going, it seems like there's no end in sight.
Turner runs. Pitch misses. Safe at second, and that was not close. And And the go-ahead run is now in scoring position.
Well, we all know this team is struggling right now, and sometimes you just got to do something different to generate some offense. A little more aggressive.
Runner goes again. Lindor on to first. One gone, bottom of the third inning.
Not a bad outcome in that spot. The runner moves up to third, and now they have a chance to drive in the go-ahead run. It's not a knock, but at the end of the day, it's a good at-bat.
Here is Bryce Harper.
He's been really clutch with runners in scoring position this season, so they'll have to be extra careful in this matchup.
Swings through that. Base hit! Turner comes in to score. It's an RBI single and a 2-1 ball game now.
Mission accomplished there as he picks up the RBI to give him the lead. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive in the center field, so that definitely felt good.
And a big swing and a miss. Real Muto will handle the catching duties in this one. Made his big league debut when he was 23 years old, and he was a third-round pick back in 2010. Next offering is fouled back. One run across in the frame so far here in game one of this three-game set. Jumps, but it's off his glove. He beats the throw, and that leaves them with runners at first and second. Next to hit, Bryson Stott. He's 0 for 1. And a foul ball. Comes up empty. That's strike two. His stolen base numbers this season are good enough to put him top 5 in baseball, Siggy. Runners on the move. To the right side, Simeon. Over to first. No shot at the double play with the runners going. To the right side. Polanco steps on the bag, inning over, and it could have been worse. But they pick up one run on the RBI single. 3 innings complete. You're watching Phillies baseball on the show. Welcome back as we take a peek at the starting pitching so far this year. Vientos leading things off and takes a strike. Ball 1 low.
Ball 2.
And there's a rocket into the outfield. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. Here's the throw. Safe at second with nobody out, and he represents the tying run.
Up next for the Mets, second baseman.
Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap, and I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
Ball, no.
Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Top half of inning number 4. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Lined into right, and there's one away. So up next for New York, Francisco Alvarez. In the air, right field. Marsh has a beat on it, and there's 2 away.
Up next for the Mets, third baseman, Greg Davies.
Right down to shoot. That's strike one.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at bat. You don't get many like.
Ball one.
Almost got him.
A pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge, just changing planes and very difficult, especially for him.
He locked him up, and that'll do it. The inning is over. So they work around the lead off. Back at Citizens Bank Park and digging in for Philadelphia, Brandon Marsh. A little out front there as he swings through it.
Well, right now this battery is seeing the aggressiveness of the hitters early in the count and often, so got to be real careful that you don't give too good of a pitch, especially early in the count.
Got him. One up, one down.
That was a well-executed slider away for the strikeout right there. First two pitches filled up the zone and got him ahead 0-2 in the count, and at that point you can start expanding the zone as a pitcher. He made him chase and got a quick strikeout.
Swings through that one. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss.
Well, he's been aggressive right out of the box, and a smart pitcher is going to play off of that, especially when you get to 2 strikes.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. The 0-2. And a ground ball to first. Polanco takes it himself. Already 2 gone here in the home fourth.
Up next for the Phillies, left fielder, Justin Crawford.
2 down, base is empty. Justin Crawford stands in for the Phillies.
That's a ball.
Man, that got him square in the mask. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Got him swinging. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia, but they still lead it 2-1. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far.
Well, these
Ball.
Mets looking to string together better at bats when they have runners on, but it just hasn't happened for them yet. They only have 1 hit with runners in scoring position, so a lot of squandered opportunities. It's
Ball.
tough because those are moments you just can't get back.
And that
Ball.
one missing low. Fastball for a strike. And it's strike 2. He'll challenge. Thought that was a ball. Swings and misses. And that's 4 strikeouts.
Well, that's a blue zone right there, or the cold zone on the hitting chart. Just doesn't have much success in that part of the strike zone. And a really good job of the pitcher executing. Try to go there as often as you can. The numbers are in your favor.
Taylor, batting with 1 down, takes a strike. The Mets trailing by a run, and we're at the top of the 5th. There's the strike.
All right, now, he may have not liked either of those first 2 pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point, he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
Some heat there at 98 miles an hour.
Up next for the Mets, First baseman, Jorge Polanco.
Out to short, Turner. Third out, and that ends the frame. Nothing doing for the Mets. They're down 2-1.
I can see it in their conscience, and I know they all watching. I've been balling since the YMC.
Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now for the Phillies, Trey Turner.
Trey Turner.
Fouled off left side. He boasts a batting average that ranks top 10 in the league at the moment, Singy. And a foul ball. Popped in the air, left field. One down.
Up next for the Phillies, designated hitter, Kyle Schwarber.
Swing and a miss. Strike one. Swings through that.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere,
Ball
then you got a
outside.
chance.
And delivers outside. Next
No,
pitch is
off the plate.
outside.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. That's got a chance. And that one becomes property of the beast. Kyle Schwarber goes deep. His 33rd homer of the year. And they add on. It's 3-1.
That's some Schwarber power for you right there. Took on the big part of the yard for that home run and just barely got it over the wall. I thought for a second he brought it back out there too. Gave it a great effort, but you know those plays are so tough to pull off, and I'm sure he'd love to have another shot at it.
Bryce Harper to the plate.
Really nice swing in his last at bat. Shot a line drive into center field.
And he grounds one to the right side. It's through for a hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Up next for the
Just one of those seeing eye base hits through the infield. He just kind of rolled over on it a little bit, but sometimes those can find a hole and get you a knock.
Ground ball could be 2. 1 at second. On to first, double
That's an out.
play. The Phillies add another on this solo homer. And this is now a 3-1 ball game. This is NL East Baseball here on MLB The Show.
Did it with ease, never gonna lose when I'm winning again. Give me my ring, champion teams are back to back.
Welcome back. It's been a great game, so let's take another look at the most important moment so far.
My life is real, real. So I'm fronting on them every chance I get, to be honest. Wavy hair, mystique.
So up next, Juan Soto.
So important to get ahead of these hitters. You don't want to issue a free pass and allow that tying run to come to the plate. Always want to keep that other team in a position where if they're going to beat you, they're going to have to do it with multiple hits.
The 0-2.
Hey, hot,
Got
three.
him. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one.
Wow, short work to send him packing to start the inning, and no messing around either. All 3 pitches were in the strike zone, attack mode all the way, and that's pretty impressive given the pop he was dealing with at the plate.
At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. Now
Ball.
one missed. High fly ball down the left field line. Way back there.
And a foul ball.
That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. The 1-2. What a stop. Over to first. It's there, and that's a great play.
Up next for the Mets, the designated hitter, Mark Vientos.
And now it's Mark Vientos. 1 for 2. He was late there. Strike 1. Next offering is down low.
Ball.
That one pushed foul. 2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top half of the 6th. That one missed. That's smacked on a line to center. And that's a base hit. So Marcus Semien now gets a chance with 2 gone. Now the tag at second, and he's out, trying for 2. That's the inning.
Batter tried to stretch that one into a double, but he wasn't about to let that happen. Nice job to get to the ball and fire that one into second, just in time to get the out and end the inning.
Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound. Oscar. He last pitched 4 days ago, so he should feel pretty fresh. Well struck right field. And it bangs off the out-of-town scoreboard. The relay to second, not in time. That's a leadoff double.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
And here is Sosa to the plate. That one not close. Ball 1.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the...
Runner takes off for third. Ripped, but it curls foul. Runner goes again. Swing and a slow roll. And that's just foul. Runner goes again. Got him swinging. Throw to third, and he's in there easily. There it is. He has 90 stolen bases on the season with that swing.
Up next for the Phillies, right fielder, Brandon Marsh.
Gets him to chase after that one. Squares, pushes at it, misses it. It's a strike. And the count is 0-2. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, he didn't want to go after him with the fastball at all in that at bat. Nothing but off-speed stuff. Even with all the changeups coming, somehow he was still early on the swing. So I think he had to be thinking it was only a matter of time until he saw some heat.
Fouled off down the right side. This one in the air, right field. Dives, but it falls. Could be extra bases. Around second now as they still don't have it. And he's got an RBI triple. So digging in now for Philadelphia, Justin Crawford. Pitch gets away. And
No, he's in there.
a close play at the plate, and that scores a run on the wild pitch.
How on earth did that run score? The ball was in the dirt, but it was still pretty close for the catcher, Boog. Incredible base running effort.
Two down, nobody on. Swinging a ground ball up the middle. Slides for the stop. Save.
He's in there. He's safe.
Fantastic effort, but that extends the inning.
Shortstop, Trey Turner.
Runner on the go. Pitch is high. Rises, and he's in there safely with the stolen base. Runner on the go again. To third. Baden tosses across to first, and they get Turner for the out. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. They get 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. We're through 6 full. It's the Phillies 5 and the Mets 1. This is Phillies baseball on the show Northeast.
Now pitching.
Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Brad Keller.
This guy's a strike thrower. He's done an excellent job of avoiding walks so far this season.
Now it's Marcus
Leading
Semien.
off for the Mets.
The Mets
Second
in
baseman,
striking
Marcus
distance,
Semien.
but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. Need a good at bat out of him right here.
Hey.
They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. Got him swinging. He chased the changeup. 1 away.
Well, that at bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there, at least to foul something off, extend that at bat.
A bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1. Foul ball there. The Phillies leading by 4 here in the top half of inning number 7.
Ball.
Outside low. Now 1 and 2. Hard ground ball, base knock. So a man aboard now with 1 away. Beatty in the box again. Takes the strike. That one fouled off. Here's the 0-2. Oh, great stop. There's 1. Double play. What a twin killing to end the inning. Starting to run out of outs as they're unable to chip away. 7th inning stretch time. It's the Phillies 5 and the Mets 1. This is NL East baseball here on MLB The Show. Back here in Philadelphia, they put themselves out in front with a nice display at the plate. Take a look at the spray chart for where their hits have landed.
Yeah, when a team has this many knocks, a lot of the time it gets clustered to one side or another. Not today. They're hitting it all over the field.
Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
A lot of times you'll see a pitcher maybe double up on a pitch. This guy will throw it 3 times, 4 times in a row because hitters just can't lay off of it.
And that's outside.
Rarely will you see a pitcher just waste a pitch like that. The batter wasn't even tempted to swing. Every pitch needs to have a purpose so that it can set up a following pitch to help you get that out.
Right side, hard hit. Simeon, toss over to first. And one away in the bottom of the 7th. So here is Bryce Harper. Nice grab to first. And they get the out. Manager out of the... Taking over on the mound for the Mets, Luke Weaver.
Well, he's been a really tough guy to take deep this season. You usually have to string some hits together in order to get to him.
A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
He's been great in this one. Eye-hand coordination just failed him a little bit right there.
And a swing and a miss.
Well, you got the hitter already chasing that nasty slider. If you're on the mound, you just want to expand the zone right now. Get a swing and miss and get through this at bat.
That one in the dirt. Ball 1.
That's
Started
a check.
after
Did he
it,
swing?
tried to hold up. Now a look to first, didn't go. Two down, nobody on.
Ball 3.
Now he
My
steps
time.
out as time is granted. And a payoff pitch. And that one misses outside. It's ball 4.
Up next for the Phillies, second baseman, Bryson Stott.
Here's the second baseman, Bryson Stott.
Drove it off the wall last time, just missed out on a home run.
This one in the air, center field. And that's the 3rd out. Clean work out of the Mets bullpen there. 8th inning coming up. Back at the ballpark as we take a check of the bullpen so far this season.
Robert Jr.
No, that's
Just
outside.
missed. And an ABS challenge coming from behind the dish. Pretty close, but it was a ball. Still one challenge left for them. And a swing and a miss there. Strike 2.
This guy's sink has so much drop angle. It's almost like a split finger fastball. Instead of
Ball
just
2.
weak contact and balls on the ground, he gets swings and misses.
That one sizzling on its way through to the outfield. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Up next for the Mets.
Now it's the right fielder, Tyrone Taylor. And first offering is fouled off.
Now this team
Outside
is
ball.
definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very
Ball
least,
2.
if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ballgame.
Swing and a ground ball. The throw to second, and that's all they'll get.
Up next for the Mets, first baseman, Jorge Polanco.
Foul ball. Man at first, one away. Yeah, that's fouled off. The 0-2. 99 miles per hour to finish him off.
Well, that's not the best two-strike fastball I've seen, but certainly got away with the location there. You know, sometimes as a hitter, when you're down in the count, you're so focused on a pitcher painting the black, and you just get a little bit locked up on something down the heart of the plate, not expecting it, and it just kind of freezes you.
Got him. That K is his 3rd of the game. Mets strand 1. They're down here 5-1. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule.
Third baseman, Edmundo Sosa.
And first offering is fouled off. Swings through that one. That's off the inside corner, and the count is 1-2. Got him swinging. He chased the changeup. Now one away.
Well, I'm not sure what he was waiting on right there. He got the changeup and still late on it. You rarely see that. It almost makes you think that he was trying to set the pitcher up. I mean, if you can't catch up to the off-speed stuff, there's no way you're going to touch a fastball.
Out number 2.
Up next for the Phillies, center fielder,
And digging in for Philadelphia, Johan Rojas. He's already homered here in this one. And that is out of play. 2 down, nobody on. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. And a 1-2. Got him swinging for the K. The high heat, too much on that one.
now pitching.
Zach McCambly gets the call from the pen.
And he's had his struggles so far this year, as you can see the inflated ERA. Looking to bring that down a little bit right here.
Gets the strike. That was the sweeper. Base hit center field. And the leadoff man aboard. So now here's the DH, Mark Vientos.
Ball.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get him.
Sosa goes to second for one. They get the double play, and just 1 out to go now. Check swing called strike. Strike 1.
Ball.
The Mets down to their final strike. Got him, and that's the ball game.
Well, Bruce, 4 games wasn't too long of a losing streak, but they're definitely happy to be back in the win column. Now you can turn things around, get on the right track, and probably start a winning streak from here.
5-1 is how it ends. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.
Gemini child, it was written in the stars. Born God body, you are looking at a God. Went to A&D, mad P, on Mars. The rest history, you know we took it mad far.